Okay, so when you hear the name Suga from BTS, what comes to mind? For most people, it's his razor-sharp rap verses, right? Or maybe his solo work as Auguste. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're diving deep into the work of Min Yoongi, the incredible creative force who's become one of the most sought-after producers in the entire music industry. So, who is this person behind the idol persona? And what is it about his production style that's so unique that artists from completely different worlds, different genres, are all lining up to work with him? Well, he's what people in the industry call a producer's producer. Now, this isn't just about making cool beats. No, it's about crafting an entire sonic world for another artist. In fact, his signature tag, that little whisper you hear on his tracks, that's become its own seal of quality. You hear that, you know it's good. At the very heart of his genius is the specific method he calls his handshake philosophy. And this is the key to understanding how Min PD, that's his studio nickname, doesn't just work with artists, he elevates them. So what exactly is this handshake approach? Well, he actually explained it in an interview. He described it as a true collaboration, where his style meets the artist's style halfway. But here's the crucial part. He never imposes his sound on them. For Suga, the artist must always be the protagonist of their own song. His job is just to help them shine their brightest. Think of it like this. You have two distinct creative streams, right? The artist's unique sound on one side, and Suga's production touch on the other. They merge into something totally new and powerful. It's never about Suga overpowering an artist with his own style. It's all about creating this perfect fusion that feels completely authentic to the person he's working with. And the perfect first example of this in action, you have to look at Suran's Wine. This was his first official production for another artist, and boom, it was a massive hit. The groovy R&B beat was the absolute perfect backdrop for Suran's unique, kind of airy voice. It went on to win a major award, proving from the get-go that the Min PD touch was a recipe for success. But his philosophy, it goes way beyond just collaborative chemistry. It really digs into the feeling of the music. Beyond the beats and the hooks, his work is known for its deep emotional impact. He creates these soundscapes that feel both incredibly introspective and, honestly, genuinely healing. And this approach has given us some of the most memorable tracks in recent K-pop. I mean, think about the bittersweet nostalgia in IU's 8, or that complex mix of hope and sadness in Epik High's Eternal Sunshine. There's a clear emotional thread running through his work. He doesn't just produce songs, he produces feelings. Let's just focus on 8 for a second. This song is an absolute masterclass in nostalgia. It features these airy synths that have really become a hallmark of his style. And what's amazing is that Suga himself said the collaboration was just effortless. He sent over the beat, and IU sent back a perfect melody almost immediately, a true handshake. And this quote from Tableau of Epik High, I mean, it just says it all. While he was on a massive, chaotic world tour with BTS, Suga sketched out the entire beat for Eternal Sunshine, a super introspective song about finding hope, in just 2 days. It just shows you his insane work ethic and this rare ability to channel such deep emotion into music, even under the most intense pressure. Okay, so he absolutely excels at these introspective soundscapes. But that's only half the story. His true genius might just be his versatility. Because he can pivot from that quiet, healing vibe to crafting these massive, high-energy global hits that you just cannot ignore. Seriously, his range is staggering. In the same catalog, you'll find the explosive Latin hip-hop of Psy's That Dat right next to the moody, atmospheric Suga's interlude with Halsey. He can even craft futuristic R&B for a Japanese artist like Omi. This isn't just genre hopping, it's true musical fluency. Oh, and the story behind That is just fantastic. Suga was only supposed to produce the track. That was it. But Psy, being the legend that he is, convinced him to also write a verse, star in the music video, and, get this, even learn the choreography. The result was this massive, joyful explosion of Latin brass and hip-hop that became a global dance craze. So after looking at both the emotional side and the high-energy side of his work, what is the formula here? Let's try to really deconstruct that Min PD magic. So what's the secret sauce? It all comes down to this perfect balance. The technical precision of a master craftsman combined with the raw heart of a true artist. In an interview, he mentioned growing up listening to everything from classical music to hip-hop. and you can literally hear that huge musical vocabulary in every single track. That's the foundation of his sound. So it really all boils down to this four-part formula. It always starts with the handshake, his artist-first approach. From there, he combines incredible genre fluidity with a deep emotional intelligence, and then wraps it all in flawless technical precision. That, right there, is the Min PD magic. You know, maybe the answer to who is Min Yoongi is actually this. He isn't just a producer. He's a storyteller. He just happens to use snare hits and synth layers and piano melodies to tell a story, helping other artists find the perfect soundtrack for their own. Which, of course, brings us to the final and maybe the most exciting question. Having conquered so many genres and collaborated with such diverse artists, what sound will he explore next? What new stories is he going to help tell? Because for a true genius like him, the only direction is forward.